Hi, my name is Arabelle and welcome to Rock Me the Right Way. Let's see who Ginny has for us today. Oh my god, who are you?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Janice.
Hi Janice, I'm Arabelle. So nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, Arabelle.
And where do you come from?
The genie called for me.
The genie called for you, really? Oh my god. I have been answered by the genie. So Janice, what do you do?
Well, I'm every lady's new best friend.
How?
I give a lot of pleasure to women, especially women. So,
Really? How's that so? Share with us more. This is so exciting.
the truth is, I sell sex toys for a living.
Did you hear that? Sex toys? Sex toys? Really? You mean like dildos?
More than dildos, vibrators, and other kinds of toys.
Wow, awesome. How are they like? How are they different from dildos like vibrators? Are they not vibrators?
Dildos are not automated, usually it's more manual, but vibrators could be battery operated and could be rechargeable.
Automated meaning you just lie there and do nothing?
Well, there are some toys that are like this, but for many of them, you still need to use your hands, to help you to perform the functions of the toys.
So, who are the people who uses such sex toys?
Well, you can't really tell from the outside the customer, but I would say anybody who would like to try a different form of play, to eject some spiciness into their relationships. And I would strongly recommend for every woman who's exploring their sexuality to get to know their own bodies through a toy. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds so fun. Yeah,
It
that's
is.
nice. So talking about play, does it feel like real? Like, does it feel as real as the real deal?
Well, I would say given the advancement in technology these days, there are toys that can simulate the effects of human touch. But at the end of the day, toys are never a replacement. They're meant to enhance or meant to, provide a different form of play. Yeah, it can be for yourself, you can make love to yourself, or you can, make love with someone else.
Wow, that's interesting. I never know such thing existed. Ooh, do you use it for yourself?
Well, as somebody who's actually representing the brands of my clients, I actually do consulting for sex toy companies. I would say that I believe in trying out the products before I represent the brands. So yes, of course, I try them.
Like you tried all of them?
I would love to, but there's so many. Like all in all, if you combine my different clients, there'll be more than 150 different types of toys.
What? Whoa, it takes a long time to complete the range.
Yeah, so it's a little bit impossible, but I try out most of the bestsellers and the crowd favorites, and also some of the ones that are not so popular, so that I can give some feedback on the diverse range of toys that we have.
So having tried so many, do you have like a favorite or favorites?
Well, I would say that every woman, a lot of the women love the bunny or the rabbit. So what it means that it's a dual stimulator, both for clitoris and G-spot. So my favorite is from one of the brands I represent, Vido. It's called Kinky Bunny. Yeah.
Kinky bunny. I like that. So how long have you been in this business, the sex toys business?
Only 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Wow. So what? You don't look like you're 3 years old. So what have you been doing before that?
I was an ex-HR corporate professional, human resources professional, turned sex toy seller. Yeah.
Human resource professional turned sex toys seller. Oh my god, this is amazing. Why this major change? It's very drastic, from a corporate world full of people, tied up in suits and all that. Suddenly you were into something so extraordinary, so unusual.
Yeah, it's a very different and challenging industry, obviously. But I chanced upon this role 3 years ago when I returned from a sabbatical overseas, and I met my client at a Christmas party, and he told me he was selling sex toys at Watson's, and I was like, really? Are you serious? Yeah, it's great for Singapore. It's great for procreation. And I joked with him that I would be happy to help him at Watson's if he offered me a certain rate and a cup of kopi or even bubble tea after. So 3 days later, he called me and said, are you serious? And I said, sure, why not? And that's how I started. But after a couple of months, he decided to hire me for my full credentials. So I'm doing business development consulting for them.
Wow, that's wonderful. So you must have really done well. Rewind a little bit. Earlier on, you mentioned Watson's. Watson sells
Yes.
sex toys?
Yes, Watson sells sex toys.
Really? How's that? So when did they even start? Like 3 years ago when you first started? How do you think about Watson selling?
No, they started selling about 5 years ago with the first sex toy brand, Smile Makers, and then Vida was the second brand that they carried. And right now there are a few different brands like Tenga as well. So
Oh my
you'll be surprised. Watson's and even Guardian sell sex toys. So we are trying to, at least what my clients trying to do together with me, is to bring all the sex toy brands into mainstream channels so that we can normalize and create more openness about the use of toys, sex and sexuality.
Wow, that's definitely a very good news for all of us. Well done. Thanks for the shopping list.
Thank you.
What does your folk say about you being in the sex toys industry? Were they not happy about it? Did they have anything to say about it?
Well, I'm from Singapore, and my family is traditional like any other Asian society. But I can say that initially, obviously, they were not too happy that I decided to sell sex toys instead of returning to a corporate job. But after a year plus, they are right now, they understand that I'm not just selling a toy, a product, but there's a sex positive message that we need to take care of our body first by getting to know our bodies and what is our self-pleasure. It's also important to see that sexual wellness is part of total well-being. So after my parents and my family members, whether immediate and even some close friends who were against, they now understand that it is something that I really want to do to help spread the word, a sex-positive message.
Well done. So how do you see your business progress beyond selling sex toys?
Okay, so I represent my clients with their different brands to help them establish their brands in mainstream markets. So there's a business development consulting role. But my other passion is really, especially in the time of COVID, whereby masturbation has become the safest form, of
Human contact.
And so making love to yourself is something that I strongly encourage, whether it's with toys or with your own body, I would say that sexual wellness advocacy, trying to create a safe space for people to talk about it, talk about sex, sexuality, to ask questions, and for them to be to create this healthy and authentic dialogues around sexuality in Southeast Asia at least. This is something, it's my next phase that I'm going to be working on. Besides, continuing being a consultant for my existing clients and potential new clients.
That's really good news. That's really great news. You must learn to love yourself, right? So how do you see your business progress beyond retailing sex toys?
So essentially, I'm providing a business consulting service for my existing clients and potential new clients. But the next exciting phase of development is actually doing sexual wellness advocacy. And that's when I have an Instagram platform whereby I create a safe space to open up healthy and authentic dialogues. And this is my Instagram handle, Jenny Sita Ing.
So now we can more openly discuss self-love. That's really wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to follow you.
Thank you. I really hope so that more people will step forward a little bit to ask questions and talk about.
Yes, that's really wonderful. So finally, Janice, what would you like to share with our viewers?
So it's a very good question that I get often asked. Like, this industry is really difficult, especially because Singapore is a very tight market to penetrate. From my experience, yes, it's true. Okay, and I really hope that more of you will come forward to play and explore, because toys are just a different form of play, and at the end of the day, it's very important to get to know your own body. Through self-care and self-love, and for me that is something that my wish is that be more open, ask questions, and it's okay to be paiseh, okay, but don't be so ashamed about it. Take it slowly, and follow me on my Instagram, and join the dialogue, and we can be all there to learn from one another. I just want to remind everyone that sexual wellness is an important part of total well-being. So just continue to play and explore.
Well, with that, I'd like to thank Jeannie. Thank you so much for bringing me a new friend, Janice. It's so incredible and so awesome. I learned something new today. And of course, new playtime too. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would like to know more about sexual wellness, I suggest you follow Janice on Instagram at Janicita Ying. And of course, let's #make love great again. Hey everyone, I hope you've enjoyed yourself on our first episode with Janice, our special guest. I wonder who Ginny is going to give us on episode 2. So keep a lookout. I'll be back with you. This is Arabelle signing off.